Hey, thanks for joining me today. These are lessons with Mr. Clark. Today we're going to convert percents. Okay, so first let's look at what a percent is. Well, break up the word percent. Break it where you can break it. How about right there, per and cent. Break the word up, per and cent. What does per mean? Per tells us to divide. And what's a cent? Think about centipede, century, centimeter. Cent means 100. All right, so percent means per 100. We're dividing by 100. So looking at this picture over here, I've got 100 little squares, and the ones that are purple would be 82. 82 per 100. 82% are purple. 82 hundredths. Those all tell us the same thing. All right, so first let's talk about percent. We're going to change a percent to a fraction. 82% means 82 per 100. It means 82 over 100. So step one, we change it to a fraction. 82 over 100. Step two, what do we always do with fractions? We reduce or simplify. Everybody's favorite thing to do. Okay, so 82 hundredths, we can divide both of these. Both of these have a common factor of 2. So I can divide by 2. So that's 41 fiftieths. Can we divide that up? Can we simplify that? 41, is 41 prime? Kind of looks like it. Yeah, it is. So no, that's as low as we can go. Okay, so 41% here, let's do some examples. 41 per 100. We said 41 was prime, so it's only factors are 1 and 41, and 41 does not go into 100, so that's simplified. 50%, 50 per 100. This is one you should know. They both end with a 0, so we can change that to 5/10. They're not even. 5 and 10 are not even. We can divide them both by 5 though. 1/2, 1/2. 50% is the same as a half. 5% is 5 per 100. Always check to see if the numerator can go into the denominator there. Sure can. We know our divisibility rules. So 5 goes into 100 20 times, 1/20th. 1 is prime. Can't get any simpler than 1. Ooh, this one's a little harder. 250%. 250 per 100. Ooh, we got an improper fraction. Got to get rid of that. 100 goes into 250 2 times with a remainder of 50. And I think you know what 50 hundredths is. Sometimes you have to show your work. Sometimes you can just do it in your head. Ooh, this one's tough. Throwing a decimal at us. Wow. So it's 1.1 per 100. You cannot have a decimal in a fraction. So we can't divide now. What we really have to do is we have to multiply both by 10 to get rid of that decimal. Wow, getting tough on us. That's easy to do. We're moving the decimal 1 in each spot. So it's 11 thousandths. Okay, same thing here. 0.4 per 100. We got to multiply by 10 to get rid of that. So that gives you 4. And then 100 times 10, you know that. It's 1,000. So 4 thousandths. All right, so that was changing percents to fractions. Now let's change percents to decimals. So we said 82% means 82 per 100. So we say it and we write it. 82 per 100, 82 hundredths. 82 hundredths. Yeah, we just write it like that. 41%, 41 per 100, 41 hundredths. You know how to write that. 50%, 50 per 100, 50 hundredths. You know what we could also write that as? Just 0.5. We can drop that trailing 0. 5%, like this. Nope, that's 5/10. We have to do this. 5/100. Now we can't drop that 0 like we did on the last one. It's not trailing. That 0 is very important in the tens place. 250%. Oh, that one's a little harder. 250 hundredths. We can't quite do that. We know it's 2 and 50%. Okay, so let's look at it another way to make ones like that a little easier. When we're doing per hundred, we're really dividing by 100. So we can just move the decimal left 2 places. Okay, and you might have to annex some zeros to make this happen. All right, so 20%. Right now the decimal is right there, but percent means per hundred. So if we move the decimal 2 times, we're left with 0.20, or just the 0.2. Okay, 100%, when we don't see a decimal, it always trails. Move it 2 times, 1.00, or just 1. 100% is just 1, right? 2%, move the decimal 2 spots. We can't, we got to annex some zeros. We can always annex as many zeros to the left as we want. Move it 2 times. 2%, 2 per hundredth, hundreds, 2 hundredths, 332%, 2, so 3 and 32 hundredths. All right, I think you guys have the hang of it. That is percents. We're taking percents, we're changing them to fractions, we're changing them to decimals. We're just taking that word percent and saying per hundred. All right, thanks for joining Lessons with Mr. Clark. Appreciate you being here.